You not doing no videos tonight? Are you not doing no videos tonight? Are you not doing no videos tonight? Videos tonight, videos tonight. Are you not doing no videos tonight? Are you not doing no videos tonight? Videos, videos, videos tonight. What up, peeps? Yeah, do you like the mask, bloods? Can you hear me all right? It sounds a bit stifled, but tough shit. Yeah, we started a bit early. Palmer Parade, we'll probably get all upset. But we here now. Yes, we do be winning. Yeah. I go to the crib. My girl got the Gucci linen. They used to have these masks to protect from the plague. Right? Like, these big things were supposed to allow you to breathe while it wouldn't let in the the viruses or whatever. But it didn't really work, much like something quite recently. Isn't it funny? I got on the bus and I seen two old women wearing these the things on their face, really old as well, dirty. I'm like, I want to say something, but they're old. What can you do, man? Right, my boy Neil Baker in the house. Early comments. The majority will have to tune in despite knowing the outcomes are predetermined. Well, there's a expression called a SMARC, which is for people that know it's predetermined but don't like to think about it, still watch it. Cyborg boxing. Are you from Australia? Sorry, I mixed you up with Boxing HQ. I can't watch live as I work. All right, brother. The worst fix I've ever seen was in Australia. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. Danny Green's Paul Briggs. It was about 20, 30 seconds. He hit him with a jab. It was barely landed on the top of the head. He went over. Also, in Australia, what's it? Paul Galen vs that big lump. Lucas Brown, fixed. Gay Taylor Swift is a femboy. Well, that's one of the big rumors, for sure, for sure. She's got a very flat shape as well. Oh, my man in the house. Max B from Australia. Yes, Triple B. Like. Yes, please like. And subscribe if you're new, because this is a decent worth channel. It's got community. We talk reality. None of that nonsense. Thank you, brother. Max B from Australia is up. It's got to be 5:30 a.m., yes? Oh, this thing's hot, blood. Yeah, Dyson. I don't know what I love more, the triple or the yayo. I don't know, Tyson. I think you like both at the same time. Double JG. Who the hell is Ice Spice? Yeah, almost every skit I know, a slur I know applies to her. I got just some horrible fat ass thing. I don't know nothing about her. Apparently, she's best friends with Taylor Swift. Well, like, it looked like Admiral Akbar's eyes. But, I mean, like, since when Taylor Swift started to hang out with scumbag rappers like that? It's fake, of course. Should be. Wish I put more on the Chiefs. 150. I did say it's all ready for a Chiefs win. I had predicted that the last win is the last 6 Super Bowls, and before then, I'm not sure I was betting. Because I knew what fit the agenda, right? It's fixed, blood. I wish I put more on the Chiefs. Yeah, I won about 50 quid, but I got tired. Halfway through, what was it? It was about almost 2 a.m. And, halfway through, the third quarter, and I'm like, oh, man, I can't bother. I'm going to get my head down. And then it got real exciting. They make the games close now so people don't tune out. Absolutely. I said that on a video before, live. And they see the halftime show, they look at the scores in the last couple of years. Yeah, they're real close. And especially if they go to overtime, it means that they get more eyes, they get more people watching. They can put up the price of the advertising next year. Say, look at these mad figures you get. Yeah. Hi, you see this? See what, blood? What are you saying, man? Look at my picture. I can't see it. It's too small, blood. What is it? What is it? Honestly, I can't see it. It's too small. I'll look at it later. Taylor Swift, a rug muncher. She's rumored to be a rug muncher as well. Yeah. And rumored to be a tran. I mean, she's got quite high hips, right? And she's also got breast scissors, but obviously breast scissors could be faked. She's got quite high hips, though, right? Which makes her look like a woman's shape. But if she was fed hormones, right, from when she was like 8 or something, then they could develop like that. So half my prediction right. Chiefs, and then Taylor Swift endorsing Big Mike once they asked Joe Biden. Well, that was weird. Nothing. I didn't watch it all, but it would have been on the news, right? There was meant to be some Taylor Swift announcement, and I thought Travis Kelce would certainly score a touchdown. I think I put a $5 on that. It didn't happen though. I suppose like an Asian boy. I mean, I'm not interested. You don't. I don't like you. You exposed my cock fetish with Paris and Parker. Yeah, Parker, Joe Parker. All I did was copy. You know, I did a video. It's a takeover of the business scene, American Psycho. It took a lot of time. I only got 1,000 views and about £2 of revenue, but I like it. And I put it up on Twitter, and I tagged in Tyson and Joe Parker. And I said, I'm trying to find Joe Parker. I can't find him. I realized, and then he's blocked me. And that just makes you very suspicious. And he's been 2 years. He was 2 years at Morecambe without his wife. So, you know, the Paris smashing thing is very suspicious. I should have put my life savings on it. It was so obvious, yeah. But then in the early going, it was like 10-3, and I was like, And I thought, would there be? I said, would there be a Purdy story here? I was like, nah, no story is bigger than, you know, Taylor and the Swifties. And if you're watching, it was so cringe. Right? All they would talk about in the lead up during the actual match was Taylor Swift, and other celebrities. Look, Leonardo DiCaprio is here. Look, he's there. They're there. You know? Oh, do you want to know what Taylor Swifties are thinking? And I watched the UK version on ITV, and they got these two black guys who are very fruity. Right? Actually, they're quite funny, but one of them started crying. He's really camp. He's called Jason Bell. He's married to one of the allegedly married, probably a beard, to this girl, Irish girl who was in Girls Aloud, right? But he's so fruity, and he started crying halfway through when he was being interviewed. Oh, this is, and the other big black guy was all emotional. It was very fruity. Kelly Maloney, hi Frank. I walked Mark Sears that when I was in the hotel room with Ricky Hatton. Did he tuck you in, brother? Or did he take care of business? I was about to tell you, I Spy song video was pretty good. I've never heard it. It was Space Scene video. I haven't seen it, blood. In fact, how did Taylor Swift become so big? I don't even know any of her songs. I mean, obviously, I don't really listen to that nonsense, but Karma song. It's me sniffing away. I love a good look. I'm sure it's a good one, blood. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Hey, it should be in everyone. Yeah, what up, my boy? Am I dead? Donate, or you motherfucker. Donate. What's up? Super Shack time. I gotta say hi to my boy Sly Team, who kindly on the last. I got 10 super chats on the Australian, you know, what is it? The Australian special yesterday on Sunday. I can't remember how much it added up to. Obviously, YouTube was steal 30% of our cash. But yeah, so my boy, hang on, I've got to find out. My boy Slatine said, I'm going to give you buy me a coffee. So you can do buy me a coffee, Cash App, Super Chat, or Bitcoin and so on down there. Cash App completely no, there's no, what's it called? No charge, no deductions. Super Chat's 30%. Buy me a coffee, it's 10%. So my boy Slatine did said he give me buy me a coffee. And it appeared. He bought me 5 beers, so buy me a beers. I sent him as a beer. So that's £25. Thank you, Sly Toon, if you're there. My boy Shane Bongus, big up to you, of course. I still need to change this. I've been doing so much, man. Videos, in real life. I'm going to come up to central London pretty soon and come out of the basement. I'm feeling good. I've been talking to a couple of friends, and we're going to link up. So I'm going to do another video I'm going to go into London. I think I'm going to visit Covent Garden, maybe the South Bank. What else? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll go to Chinatown again. I'll see if I can find Big Bang. She was fit when she was 20, so I don't believe she was transformer. Taylor Swift. There's a picture of her as a little girl, and a lot of people say it's very masculine looking. She will be the plague doctor, yeah. A mask that doesn't work, just like the modern masks. But it looks kind of cool, right? It's hot in here, though, blood. Feck me, that's Travis Kelce guy, is one serious annoying fecker. Yeah, it looks like Caleb Plant, but he's not an oil driller. You know, he endorsed the Ding Dong about 3 times, didn't he? Actually did the advert for Pfizer. What do you know about that? There is some nice Transformers. No Dyson, there isn't. Like Kelly. You can tell me you like Kelly? Lennox has a surprisingly poor Corey status. Well, he's also a batty man. He had a long-time lover. It was almost Brian or Glenn, I forget. When he got knocked out, I think it was by Rahman. Yes, by Rahman. And he goes, oh, where's Glenn? Or Brian, where's Brian? Where's Glenn? That's all he wanted to see. And the cameras used to switch on ringside to him. I met, who did I meet? No, I know that Frank Maloney said to my friend, yeah, he's gay, he's got a boyfriend. Also, I bumped into Frank Bruno once at some, what's it called? Fitness kind of gym. He was still in great shape. He was a bit mental, it was a bit weird, a bit creepy. And I said, do you know what? Because I bumped into Lennox in the United States. I bumped him in the club a few times in the UK, but I bumped into him in Miami. And I had a chat with him. He was drinking pink champagne. I'm serious. I like pink champagne, but I know I'm a man. Whereas it was a bit fruity on him. And I said, "Oh, Frank, I've seen your man Lewis the other day." He goes, "Was his boyfriend with him?" So yes, well known. Do you know the fancy dress shop? Maybe you should. Man, I must have spent £250 on bits and pieces. But I think it's fun. My boy Shane Books. I got oral pleasure from the Persian girl yesterday. Oh, very good, very good, very good, very good. What score did you give her? Did you get clothes off, or did she just give you a blow job? Match.com, it used to be, a dating site. It was the biggest dating site. I don't know what's happened to it now. I suppose Tinder's a bit bigger now. But it wasn't so much about nutting, but I did meet quite a few girls. I just smashed on the first night, to be honest with you. But I went out with a couple of them, actually. I smashed most of them on the first night, to be honest with you. But it wasn't like Tinder, but now it's even worse, right? And I met this girl. I'll go down to see her. We've been talking a lot, and she was lovely. And I've seen her pictures. She's a pretty blonde. But when I met her, there was something missing, and I knew that. But anyway, and I went to see her, and she's like, "You can stay, but I mean, obviously, I'd like you to stay on the, on city or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, of course, no problem, bro." Yeah. Half an hour later, she gave me a blow job on this sofa. She gave me 5 blow jobs in one day. At the end, it was hurting. I was like, "Blood clot, I wish you'd stop. Let's go out for dinner," I said. Yeah. I do Taylor over Ebony any day of the week. She's working my boy Mohammed in the mountain crushing house. What up, brother? Very generous donor to the channel. Taylor over Ebony. Yeah, so would I. And at least with Taylor, you think, well, she's sort of wholesome. She probably isn't, but yeah. Whereas Ebony Bridges is an utter 100% disgusting skank, an awful role model to girls, hideous, disgusting creature with about 3 eggs left. Yeah, her pom-pom looked like chopped liver, raw chopped liver. Her butthole looks like a smashed blood orange. That's the kind of hideousness. But yeah, I mean, that's right, Fergie, but only if Taylor is actually a real woman. I tend to think, because there's people say she's a transformer, but I don't know, man. I don't think so. I just think she's got a weird body with a flat ass, and she got hips and a waist, and yeah. Michael Malone, evening. What fight was fixed? Oh, Ali Liston 1. Sorry, 2. Ali Liston 2, definitely. The 2 Aussie fights you talked about earlier, Danny Green vs Paul Briggs, that was awful. And they had to play pay-per-view for that. Ended in 1 jab on the top of the head. Also in Australia, Paul Galen, the rugby player, vs Lucas Brown. In the UK, Dorian Dart vs Dave Allen. And there's and if you these are for sure ones. These are 100% for sure. No question. If you want to look at the bigger ones, there are people like Papa Labour comes in all the time. He thinks everything's fixed. So loads of blacks are fruity these days. I think they always were. They just kept it on down low. Because I don't know. I've seen statistics that says about the business in the black community is actually really high, but they keep it on a down low. They probably say, "Hey, yo, it ain't gay if you got a girlfriend, or it ain't gay if you don't push back," some weird stuff like that. Hi, Kelly. I'm assuming Kelly's not a what's it called, a relative of yours, my friend. Kelly, I can't have intercourse with you because I think about you before you transform, and it will put me off. I met what's his name, Maloney, in the club a few times. No, in a bar, right? He was with some fighters. Listen, I only met him once, right? Well, but I know a lot of other people that work with him, and even Lennox said, "There's no way, there's no way." Or that, I was always meant to be a woman. I was born in the wrong way. It's nonsense. He was given Lennox Lewis by the powers that be in exchange for he'd have to do something for them. He didn't think it'd be that bad, but it was. He had to change and take off his wang and pretend that he used to go to clubs. Just it's nonsense. You see in his eyes. This is the price I had to pay. I didn't think it'd be this price, but some guy in the closet. No, my friend, what are you talking about? Is I know a good harmony beat when I hear it. Oh, you said you like Taylor Swift, yeah. And Christ, what's you eat? My man, Skittleby, thanks for the work you do, pumping out the videos. Great stuff. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed them. I wish I'd do more. Like I've got in real life stuff going on now. I'm a little bit disorganized. But yeah, I love it. I'm getting better, but yeah, I'm a shadow band, and that does bug me. But whatever, man. I've got a community here of fans, and they want content. Yeah, you know my boy Donny. I don't know if you watched the live from Australia live. So Donny, half Scottish guy, half Korean. He's in Korea, yeah, and he's amateur boxer, but he's had a very interesting life. So he's trying to become he was an amateur boxer in Scotland. Now he's trying to do the scene in Korea, but it's very different culture. He said, if you've seen it, it's very interesting. Anyway, he's like, come to Korea, blood. Come to Korea. He goes, just get your plane out and I'll look after you once you're there. Which is pretty awesome. I think I'm going to do it, blood. I haven't left the basement hardly, let alone left the country. But I'm like, yeah, blood. I'm going to go and... But, I don't know, man. What's going to happen when the K-pop pum starts realizing who they're with, the Triple B? Will I be able to resist the kimchi K-pop pum? I don't know. But I think it'd be awesome, man. Meeting up with a fun... Yeah, I can going around Korea. I've never been to Korea. I want to go to the PRK as well, though. Check it out. I think I might do it this summer. What do you know about that, homeboy? I mean, meaning to go to Ireland as well, but I keep on letting my boys down. I've got a couple of pals, and one of them is big friends with big traveller families, and we kick it. What sort of straight man likes Ice Spice? They say that, don't they? Yeah. But the two fruity black guys on ITV go, oh, of course I'm a Swiftie. I love Taylor Swift. It was so good. Teofimo Lopez also likes Taylor Swift. He put up some video of him on doing the hoovering while dancing to Taylor Swift. And look, if you're a real man, you don't do no hoovering, number one. Number two, you definitely don't dance to no Taylor Swift, blood. Imagine what Taylor had to do to the tunnel digging people to get so much press. Yeah, who knows, man. And who knows what the agenda will be. I mean, obviously, the money is part of it. They'll be getting a lot of money off her. But, I mean, it's amazing how she got so big. I don't even know none of her songs. Yeah, I mean, they must have all smashed her. But I wonder when the big agenda is going to come out. It'll be something like... Because she's not... Like, Madonna, her agenda was throughout her career, right? To turn women into slags and coal burners and mud sharks and rug munching and all this kind of stuff. So that was obvious throughout the entire part of my career. She's really blasphemous videos like a prayer and stuff like that. And like a Virgin, which is, according to Mr. Brown, is a song about big dicks, big Corys. Yeah. His Corey's so big, it hurts. It hurts just like it did the first time. Hence, like a virgin. But I like Reservoir Dogs. That's a good movie. But Quentin Tarantino is a nonce. There's a picture of Epstein's plane with a very, very small female foot. And he's kissing it. So what do you know about that, boys? I'm saying the song is good. Guys, you're having a row at Taylor Swift on the Triple B show. Come on, guys. I'm not saying it's good. The song is a good beat just because it's a soft like track. He's only teasing you, by the way, boxing the classics, man. Don't worry about that. Kelly Maloney, I'm high. Oh, you're on the greens again, blood. My boy Sly Teen said he was going to link up with you soon. This week, I think. He just gave me 25 £25 of beers on buymeacoffee.com. So I'm very happy with my boy Slide T. And of course, my boy Shane is always in the house giving love. No homo. Yeah, you've got to try the vapes, Shane. I told you about them last time. And one blast of this thing. Now, you know with greens, you smoke a bit, half an hour later, you light up another one, or you hit the bong again. You know? But nah, not with this vape thing. 2 hours plus, you're like mash, you're like blood clot, and there's no paranoia, man. I've ordered one online. I'm going to leave the basement. I'm going to go up to central London, yeah, I thought I might treat myself. Blast! I don't know if I'm going to drink yet. Shane, have you rumped a transformer? Oh, come on, man. Hopefully Shane hasn't. Shane, good. You might not notice my core, says Ken. But the classic. What is Kenny Maloney thinking become a transformer in the 50s, 60s? And say, well, I just explained to you. He had to. That was his punishment, or that was the price he had to pay. Look, this is a guy who knew nothing about boxing. Yeah, he boxes as an amateur. He's a nobody, a low rent promoter and manager. And they give him Lennox Lewis, one of the biggest prospects, who turns out to be one of the best heavyweights ever, to Maloney. Now, and he got a big career out of it. And that was the price he had to pay. Yes, twice. What? Shane, come on, blood. Come on, blood. Travis Kelsey dated a black chick before. Well, he's just like Caleb Plant, then. They're probably long-loved brothers. They look the same. That Super Bowl nonsense was annoying. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on it because I was taking notes during, not about the plays, just about the crap they were coming out with. And I was going to release it hopefully tomorrow. Also, the halftime show was just full of secret society, Satanism. It was just insane. And they were obsessed, the commentary, about Taylor Swift. I'm surprised that the Travis dude did not score, though. I really thought he would have scored a touchdown. That would be part of the agenda. But they didn't put him on for a bit. He started throwing a fit, didn't he? Travis sucks, Corey. Probably. Brown Corey. Shane. What's it? Did he have a sausage? Please, Shane, tell me you're joking. Yes, they both did small. Now I'm going to fill up my beak with vomit, man, if it carries on. I think Kelly Frank was forced into it, soul to soul. Absolutely right, which is what I just said, bro. Frank Bruno and his best mate, Jimmy Savile, yeah. And meeting the, what's it called, Peter Sutcliffe, who was actually, weirdly, on the live the other day and doing the classic Masonic handshake. I like grinder better. Ben behind me. What are you saying, my blood? Ben behind me, honey. With the mask, it's hard to understand you. Well, I know it would be a problem, but what do you want me to do? I'm not going to take it off, blood. If you're trying to get me to take it off, it ain't going to happen, blood. That's very. How many women did you smash? Oh, my body count's about 200. But this is before the Tinder days. I haven't had a nut for 5 years because I said I would take celibate. I said to the Lord, I'm going to be celibate. It wasn't even a conscious decision. It was it rolled out and I felt it was the right thing to do. And then my Corey shrunk. Yeah, did you see my video? I thought this was quite funny. I did a video about Ben behind me, honey, ringing up.
You weren't so far away from me. I'd be plowing you.
Has anyone seen this?
You weren't so far away from me. I'd be plowing you. I'd be plowing you right now, babe. If you weren't so far away, if we weren't doing this long distance thing, I'd be plowing you right now. Just remember that. If you weren't so far away from me, I'd be plowing you. I'd be plowing you right now, babe. If you weren't so far away, if we weren't doing this long distance thing, I'd be plowing you right now.
Yeah, that was some leaked footage that one of my fans sent me at FaceTime, Ben Heine and the Gay J. Right, where am I? I'm a very beautiful woman. Yeah, sure you are, Kelly. I like white wieners. I thought you like Samoan ones. Tommy Gunn announced 1979. Triple B, thank you. Thank you for doing the mark of your mighty honor. God bless you, my brother. Yeah, I mean, we like to have fun here on the channel. We like to talk about boxing and red pills. The red pills will ultimately lead me to the Lord because I realized that all the predictions were coming true. And that Christianity was the only religion that was being attacked. And I had some personal stuff that happened. But yeah, I was mad. I would never have thought it. I was religious when I was young, but I didn't understand it because they don't teach you the real Christianity. They teach you a false Christianity, only bits they want to teach. They don't teach. They never talk about the end times. They never talk about the devil. They never, it's a false Christianity. They don't even really talk about the concept of grace. They talk about a few stories and parables and blah de blah. Someone else is giving me some cash money. Who is it? Who is it? Weps89 for my Irish brother. What's up, my brother? Thank you for the €3. The funds. Yeah, €3. Yeah, you used to have the punt, didn't you? The punt. I much prefer the pre-Euro ones. You went to I went to Amsterdam when it still had the guilder. I thought the guilder sounds much better than euro. And this, it was 30 guilders for a nut or something like that. I can't remember, and probably a bit more actually. But I remember I went there and I was like, I don't know, man. I'd smoked a lot of greens and it didn't agree with me, man. I could take my greens in by that time, and it was skunk as well. And I was like, man, I'm tripping. I went to have a walk on my own. And I'm sitting down just trying to breathe. And this guy comes up to me, hey! He's just a white guy, amazingly. A white Dutch guy. Hey, man, I haven't slept for 3 days. I went, oh, I'm sorry, blood. I was like 17, right? 17. And I had like 5 guilders left, which I just was going to eat a burger with or something. That was all I had. And these days before you cash the society, right? It's, you know what I'm saying? And he goes, hey, I need some guilders. I said, look, I haven't got none. He goes, hey, don't miss me around. I haven't slept for 3 days. I just want some guilders so I can have something to eat. And I was, he got so aggressive. I was like, it's pathetic now. I wouldn't, I was 17. I was a youth, naive youth, tripping, wishing I was at home. So I give him my 5 guilders. And he walked off without saying thank you, the blood clot. Yeah, but thank you, Weps. Thank you. Where was I? South Korea has a very low crime rate, Michael said. Yeah, but it's not surprising. The homogeneous and high IQ, right? Countries do. Japan, South Korea are the 2 best examples of that. Iceland. Super Bowl, sole suspect, agenda chiefs. Yeah, man, we know that, though. We know that. My Corey suppressed my height, Kelly. No, you didn't. You whacked it off, didn't you? South Korea also has a very low Corey status. Yeah, I think the Far Eastern nations do, and also India and Bangladesh. I don't think South Korea is as bad as mainland China, really, because I don't know why I know, but I'll tell you what I know. One of my funds, and I chatted to my funds on Instagram, and I said, yeah, I'm thinking of going to South Korea. I said, but I know that, I don't know about, I'm not into rice drilling, right? But some of them, like K-pop Korean girls, are quite cute, I don't know. My boy Donny's like, we'll go to the club, and I'm like, yeah, man. They go, they'll love you, and I'm like, yeah. And I said to him, I'm a bit annoyed. I want my 8.0 Corey status back. You know what I'm saying? Because then they'll be like, oh, you very big BWC, you number 1 triple B, you give me big boom boom. But but yeah, I've been attacked, as I said, in the Corey area. But and so he sent me a list, and it had average Corey status. Right now, I had the bigger Corey than the biggest Corey. But these things. I mean, do you honestly think that they send people around? Well, they do. Obviously, got Tyson Fury, the Corey inspector. Maybe it's him. He's measuring all these Corys, but some of them are self-reported. Funnily enough, a lot of them being African countries. If they're self-reported, they're lying. Okay, but Korea. They said the average Corey status is 5 inches of Corey. I can't believe that. It's got to be smaller, because things like China and Japan were like 4. And they said the average English Corey was 5.1 state. I mean, it's got to be wrong. I don't know who's inspecting these Corys, but they don't know what they're doing, like Tyson and Shane. Anyway, this is not a Corey channel, right? So enough of this. Do mixed people prefer another mixed person? I don't know really how they feel. I mean, obviously I'm mixed to a degree, but I always consider myself to be mainly white. I'm 85% white. I look like, a Mediterranean guy. And I would be considered white, Mediterranean. Most people would say that. You look at, what's his face? Ali, Muhammad Ali's grandson. He hates this fact. There's a picture of him looking disgusted at his white grandkids. Who would have been, let me think. So his daughter would have probably been 75% black, 25% white. She's quite light. She married a white guy. I don't know. I mean, what I'm saying is the Suns maybe have 25% black, 75% white, and their skin is white. One of them looks a bit like he's like a Versace model, you know. And Nico Ali, the ugly one, is really, really white. So I mean, he gets washed out. You know what I'm saying? Kent, Quentin can suck on your tootsies. You're not small enough or young enough for that nonsense. What's better, vape? Yeah, you're probably. Yeah, yours at the bottom, without a doubt. It's very overrated, very addictive. The vape was pretty awesome, but I've only done it twice. Pum pum. I mean, pum pum. Pum pum. But if you want to know what the best drugs are, the original E's, or as Americans say, X's, that were made in Holland. I mean, it was incredible. And really, the brown. Whew, damn. Totally is best match of Weinstein. Well, there's a surprise. Yeah, some guy in the chat knows Pum Pum is the best. Yes, he's dodgy, that Tarantino. Exceptionally dodgy. Very dodgy, noncy. The Reservoir Dogs was a super film, though. You know? I don't tip. Mr. Pink doesn't tip. And I agree with Mr. Pink. You know, they put in a little bit of extra. I'll give them something extra, but just tipping automatically. What do you want to do? Go over there and suck your dick? I go over 20% for that. Mr. Orange and Mr. Pink. Why am I Mr. Pink? Because you're a faggot, okay? Yeah, but Pulp Fiction was okay, but a bit too, like, I'm trying to be funny deliberately. Whereas Reservoir Dogs, a lot more, there's reasons for those conversations. Shane loves all women just as a women. I don't know. Shane's teasing about the Transformers. I hope so. Apparently, I have a heart attack. John McDermott fight. No, it was David Price fight. David Price got knocked out by Thompson, right? Who was juicing. He failed tests as well. I think the first one, he had a heart attack. Yeah. Triple B is the man. Thank you. 200 F minus 20. Oh, body count. I mean, listen. And the mad thing was, from the age of 16 to 22, I had one girlfriend. Never cheated on her. One girlfriend throughout all of university. I went to uni, you know. It was whack. I hardly went in. One girlfriend. What else? And I'd be faithful to girlfriends that I liked. Sometimes I'd have a mistake and I'd trip over and my Corey would go in a woman like whoop, oh, bang. Sometimes, but on the whole, I was pretty faithful. So yeah, 200. But I mean, I'm not bragging, and this is before Tinder. I mean, I reckon I can pick up like one a day these days. I see ugly people getting pum off Tinder. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. But yeah, nothing in 5 years, blood. Minus 20. I think 20 is reasonable. I mean, the average Brit is about 8. Yeah, partners. I mean, that's throughout all the generations, though, right? Because I'm sure the lower you get, there'll be a higher body count. You feel me? I mean, I was greedy. I went to the pum buffet. Very greedy with the pum. Apparently, family used to speak out about back to business. I wonder if they punished him for that. Well, right. And he refused to put on women's boxing. He was laughing. I never put that nonsense on. Yeah. And yeah, he used to talk out about back. Yeah, they might have double punished him. Absolutely. Jake, the asshole, mocks the NFL nonsense. If anyone needs to see how terrible some of the action is, is that what you call? Is that a channel? I mean, there's a lot on YouTube about scripted NFL. I mean, it's nuts. And as I've said, every time I talk about the NFL, it is classed legally as a sports entertainment company, not an athletic league, entertainment company. Exact same as WWE. So they can actually cheat as much as they want. And it's not illegal. That's the crazy thing. If they got busted, oh, look, the NFL's rigged, they'd be like, we're a sports entertainment company. Just like WWE, we're allowed to. They'd get away with it too. That's the crazy thing. What up, Lee Taylor? Yeah, B. Did you see Rick Mail just before he died? Yep. What are the normies about the brainwashing of TV? Very curious. Yeah. That's another classic. They whacked him for talking out. Because these are guys they look after. And when they turn on them, they will punch them especially hard. I'm going to try and get my drink on. I mean, my CBD drink. It's real nice, but... It's quite hot in this thing. They're nice, but they're about £2. I mean, I don't believe CBD does much. It was 30 guilders in 1999. What, for a nut? Yeah, really? Only Hey, how much? 30 guilders. Yeah, this guy took 5 guilders off me, the piece of shit. Right, I want to speed up. I'm getting. Webs, I'm in Amsterdam for a while. Dutch people are the best. Very based. Really? They based, man. That's interesting because they've ruined their country. They're letting. No, they will, but they will have hot wilders and people like that. But I've been a few. I went when I was a youth because what you do? We're going to go and smoke greens. I hate. I went to meet a friend over there when I was, who was living over there. He's working as a lawyer, right? And I got on the. We went on the ferry. We went on the ferry, right? Dutch guys are really tall. Some people say it's not so much genetics, but it's because they drink a lot of milk and there's a lot of growth hormone in the cows. That's one theory. But they're very tall, right? They're very friendly. But yeah, I didn't realize they were really based. I mean, let me think. What did I do? Yeah, I went to see my pal, and it's a weird little place, man. But it's fucking dangerous for pedestrians because they've got all these walkways that go down these kind of stairs. They start in the middle of the pavement. So you mind your own business, and they're like blood. And as soon as we landed, we meet my man, the lawyer, who starts smoking some greens, and I'm like getting mashed up. And everywhere there's these huge bikes with kids. You know, they've got these little, I don't know what you call them, chariots with a little kid in it. These huge bikes with huge 6'2" Dutch women. There's holes hit up, and I was like, blood. Yeah. Homogeneous society can have high crime rate. Look at India, Nigeria. Yes, but it's not just homogeneity as well. There's something happening in India. India has got such a big crime rate in terms of violent crime. They're just slippery and dodgy. But yeah, places, I mean, Nigeria, yeah, of course, man. But that's the IQ situation. South Korean Japanese girls are best in Asia. That's what I hear, but I've never really been into it. But I think I'm gonna if I sort out to see my boy Johnny, I'm gonna have to sample the Korean pum pum, the kimchi, base course base. The average is 5.18. What, in Korea or in the UK? Mixed girls love whites. Yeah, the light is. Listen, all this anti-white stuff that goes on in the Western world is nonsense. Out there, the white male is the most wanted. You know, whether you go to South America, Central America, Asia, especially Asia, Africa. Yeah, there's one Belgian weirdo who impregnated 600 African women. Yes, in 2 years or something. It's just insane. Remember to like. I might move to Korea. The women will view me as God. They will. And also, you'll be bigger than the Koreans. All these Asian women, they want a white guy. They want it because it's a status symbol in some ways, and maybe not so much Japanese, but certainly in the other countries. But in Japan, plenty of them like BWC, and they want to have a Hapa child, a mixed child, half white, half Asian, because they think they're really beautiful. So come and share. That's right. Tony Chickbone. I thought the channel was moving away from Corey. They just, every time I try to leave, they pull me back in. I'm trying to stop the Corey talk. Muhammad Ali was light as hell. He had an Irish grandfather, just like Mike Tyson. And weirdly, just like Dillian White and Anthony Joshua, although Dillian White is black, so I don't get that. I think it was probably 56% African American. I put it between 60 and 70. But he definitely had an Irish grandfather. It's written. The brown ruins woman. Yeah, I'm not down with that. Sam Stroll likes to rap. Yeah, but he's a degenerate, sick person. Price to Pride, double the four, say base count, Dirk. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And especially as a Christian, you've got to think about stuff, about how you live your life, man. You know? Dyson Fury has 6. Oh, come on, blood. Yeah, some guy in the boat said 7.2, which is an impressive Corey status. Again, the biggest average Corey status, that's above that. Which is apparently Ecuador. I can almost guarantee, the guys that made, this is one of my fans sent me this today. Corey statuses around the world. I can almost guarantee that whoever came up with that list was from Ecuador. Ali ranked white women like the hypocrite. He did, but not that many actually. And he certainly didn't want to procreate with them, although his grandsons ended up white. I can't believe Kelly prefers Shane's Corey to mine. The next had a very small Corey. Apparently, Audie Harrison has a really small quarry. No joke. And he should take it out. He's a massive guy, obviously, but apparently he's got a real small quarry. The Dutch are pretty based. I went over to Holland as well on Match.com. This blonde girl was, getting me up and out. She lived in Holland, and I was like, oh, and I was like, you know what? I'll go over there for a party. I went over there. We spent, and she was, she's got loads of yayo in, and we just spent most time in the hotel motel taking care of business. And then I missed my flight because she dragged me into the toilets at what's the Amsterdam airport? Schiphol. She dragged me to the toilet and wanted me to give her one final rumping, which I did. And then I missed my plane. Yeah. But they're pretty basic. Well, I'm glad to hear it, blood. Webster kimchi, kimchi pum pum. And it's going to be very small, isn't it? Delicate. Apparently, it actually goes this way, right? Doesn't it? Is that right? They want the Snow Kings. I believe that, man. And these African women love. Listen, I joined. This is about 4 years ago when I was thinking about dating again, and I was like, I had my last nut about a year before, so I haven't had no action, no kisses, nothing for 5 years. I haven't touched a woman, and it's very weird. Yeah, it's very odd. But going from a guy that had a lot of pum pum to having zero. But again, it's my choice. But I joined a Christian dating site because I want to see what Christian girls are there, and 80%. I've never answered a single person, but 80% of the interactions or the likes or the messages are from African in Britain, but black women and African women. They love the white Corey, the BWC. Chilby, your thoughts on the British Army wanting more diversity? Apparently, they don't have enough. I mean, it's a joke, and they'll move away from that for war. It was said on 4chan on the Mongolian basket weaving forum. The guy came up and he's like, "Look, let me tell you this. They're going to push the brakes on that nonsense. The diversity, the batty business, the women, all this kind of stuff. Because we are going to war. And for that they need, especially American, the US Army, they need tough white men. Because they're the guys that take care of business. Your batty mans, your women's, your brown guys who don't really care about the country and basically just want a free college education or a career. They're not going to fight. It's the white country boys. The tough white country boys have been handling weapons since they've been born, and have been physical on the farm since they're born, do work. They're the people that win the wars for the US. And sure enough, you look at all the adults that have come out, they're all white guys now. It's crazy, isn't it? What other races are jealous? Of course they are. And white women's are beautiful. My calling 600 women, that's a lot of. Yeah, but he's obviously a degenerate. He just went around banging them all. I don't know how he knew he made them all pregnant. I mean, I don't know, but whatever. That's what he said. Whether it's true or not. So this is an excellent course show. The whole Joe Egan nonsense boy. And I don't really look at it. It's just a joke. I'm the toughest white guy in the world. I mean, that's what he lives off, isn't it? Tyson said that randomly. I mean, he had a few spars with Tyson. It's not like... Fury's a ball. Joe Egan's a ball. These pathetic old men talking like that. I was going to do a video on it, and I'm not going to, but it's just boring. But this idiot, these old men acting like kids. Fuck you. Surprised no one's asked about Yakub's Corey stats. Oh, well, thank you, fuck you. But Yakub obviously created the evil white devils. We know that. We know he created the evil white devils, but he one of the reasons he created evil white devils is because he was a nerd. He had a huge brain and a huge head, and all the other brothers were laughing at him. You're a nerd, innit, fam? You was mid, innit, blood, or whatever they call him. For real, no cap, and bullied him. And none of the Nubian queens wanted to give Yakub any pum pum. So that's why he got bitter and created the evil white devil. So I don't think he ever got any pum pum. So Yakub's got to his course. Well, he might do, but he hasn't used it. Yakub's Corey stays sitting. He invented the BWC. Fuck you, laughing. Yeah, dark women, obsessive with white men. They do, but a lot in the UK and America, because there's been so much anti-white propaganda, and most white guys didn't used to go for black women. They'll go for the lighties. But they don't go do much that much hardcore oil drilling. Like you look at most white guys like Sonny Edwards, Caleb. They got the team lighties. There are exceptions like Otto, the naive oil driller Valine. He doesn't do PEDs, man, because they're illegal. Should be. Besides more tests, which can we do? Do you believe there are more positives to no fat? So I'm basically on no fat. Now, that doesn't mean I don't whack off at all. But when I do, I don't want to talk too much about Corey's, come on, and Fappy, but it's because, I mean, women's on my brain all the time. It's doing my head in. I just want to stop thinking about women. And that's one way to do it. And sometimes when I can't sleep, it's like 6 a.m. I'm like, this may help me sleep. I don't know. I think you probably feel more vibrant. Some people report that you're more focused, vibrant, and feel manly. I don't know. So Egan looks like a swollen knee. Yeah, he's a really weird colour. He's like terracotta, isn't he? A bunch of Spencer's bullied Paul Yaki. Right. Spencer's ancestors, you thought they were all that, even though they've got a... Where's that bum? Where's that dirty... Please speak slowly. Where the baked beans? I go ask me manager, innit? Where the baked beans? Spencer, I told you this yesterday. Why can't you remember? I forgot, innit? Of course you forgot, because your prefrontal lobe is so retarded. But yeah, Spenny and all his homeboys took the piss out of Yakub. Hey, look at that, brother. You was a fool, Yakub, with your big head, your stupid maths theories. Yeah? We're getting all the ladies in it, fam. He goes, right, I'm going to correct the evil white devils. And he messed up Spencer Fearing and made him bitter forever. Spearing has a 0.5-inch core, he says. Apologies. Robert Seffer's new video on Out of Africa narrative. This absolute shill who's pushing it has now walked it back, has he? Amidst their wills, a confluence of other groups. The Out of Africa was always one theory, but it fitted the NWO narrative. Oh, we're all the same. We're all Africans. We all came from Africa and blah, blah, blah. And also, that's quite weird. You think about that. But then they're obsessed with indigenous peoples. Not white indigenous people, but indigenous Indians, indigenous this, colonialism, abos, bungs, all that kind of thing. But if everyone came out of Africa, then the only indigenous land to humans would have been parts of Africa. Right? It's ridiculous. There's so much contradiction, but they don't care. They just push the narrative. And idiots will suck it up because they're fools. But the Out of Africa theory, I mean, for years, there have been many other theories. The Chinese especially was like, this is bullshit. This is nonsense. We evolved as a separate piece of puzzle. There's two very important pieces of evidence about the Africa theory that render it very questionable. Number one, sub-Saharan Africans, i.e. people of black origin really, black Africans and the descendants have 20% DNA, right, from an extinct hominid that it could be Homo erectus. They don't really know exactly what the hominid was. 20%. None of the other races have that blood or that DNA. Not only that, but every other race in the world, except sub-Saharan Africans, have Neanderthal blood in them. Sub-Saharan Africans don't. And the weird thing is, people from a certain tribe have a lot of Neanderthal DNA. You know, they make up Neanderthals are stupid. They weren't. They're very bright, very scheming. But humans just rolled them over, I think. Anyway. To be scientist and considered the most intelligent man ever, Nikola Tesla, was celibate. Did you know this? I didn't know he was celibate. You do get those amazing men who are so intelligent and they're slightly autistic. It's almost when you're that intelligent, you have to be an autist. And they're obsessed with their work, discovery, knowledge. Yep. I didn't know that. Doesn't surprise me though. Yep. And there's so many theories like free electricity and all these other things. Crazy. So Yakub had a last laugh on Spencer, yeah, and it was a big laugh because Spencer's so bitter about white men. You have to be, because you see the way he talks. Firstly, white people got developed prefrontal lobes, so we can think 50 minutes in the future. He can't, right? And he's so bitter. You can see by the way he speaks. He hates white people, man. I don't care. Everyone's got the right to think what they want. So I generally actually don't care that he does. I'm like, whatever, you do what you want, you bum. What I do care about is that he's so duplicitous, that he's pretends to be so anti-racism when he's so super racist himself. There's a contradiction there. And then his lies, his stupidity, the fact he's a grass, all these things. Spencer's angry because none of the white women like it, yeah. Yeah, yeah. He probably thinks they do. Yeah. They all them white women want some of the Spencer. Nobody likes Spencer. That's right. And nobody likes Tunde Ajayi. He used to hang around. I used to see him all the time around amateur shows, trying to chirps up the young boxers, right? And he got to everyone, right? But the black boxers were, and I kind of understand because you know if you're a black youth and you're with black people, yeah, you might, yeah, I want a black trainer, and I've got no problem with that. But there's one of the kids from I remember he was a white kid. He was quite a nice little prospect, and Tunde was chirping in his ear, and then he ended up fighting another black guy that Tunde had been chirping, and Tunde was sitting there ringside, slating the white guy and telling the black guy how to win. And he came out of the ring as that piece of shit. He was coming up to me trying to be real nice to me all the time. So he used to do that at amateur shows, and that's how he managed to get Yard and a few other fighters. But no one likes him. He's a piece of shit, and it's quite ironic, funny that he's got together with Spencer Fury, another guy that no one likes. Yeah. You think about two of the most likable guys, black guys in South London, Danny Williams, Wayne Alexander, that were his friends, and he absolutely treated them terribly, and they despise him. Everyone despises him. That's why Grass on Kinningham. That's the only thing he can do is grass. That's the only, he can't do 7 days on remand hiding in the Peter Pan. I'm terrified. You know how do you get off out of remand after 7 days for a big charge like that? I'll tell you how. Right? You go see your lawyer. What's happening? You talk to your lawyer. Goes, look, I can't be in there any long, Mr. Goldblatt, or Goldstein, whatever his lawyer's called. Well, yeah, we can get you out, Spencer. Oh, yeah, please, blood. What do I have to do, fam? I can't even leave my cell in it. I'm scared. I'm gonna cry like a pussy on. Well, what you got to do, Spencer, you got to, I think it's called turning Queen's evidence, right? And you got to grass up all the other guys. You go to the popo, we'll make a statement. I'll give it to the popo and say, look, my man's is ready to sing like a canary, but he wants to be taken off the charge sheet. So that's what happened. Doesn't take a genius to work it out, does it, blood? Jimmy, the stereotype that black women are bossy and hard to impress. Can you verify this? I mean, you know, it's like the other things. It's not just one kind of black woman. You know, like I said, I did a few bits of wall drilling, and one of them was a posh girl, a posh black girl. She was very nice, very sweet, lovely. The other one was just. She was a model, but she was absolutely obsessed with white Corys. She must have banged everyone I met. Who was the other one? The other one was a Nigerian girl. She was a slim Nigerian girl. And no. I mean, I have very little experience with black women. But the three black women, mind you, all the women I've been with, none of them have really been a pain in the arse. And a couple of mad Scottish ones, but Cunningham's evil white devil, yes. But if it suits Spencer, right, he'll say, you know what every single box fan needs to do? They need to get a poster of Daniel Kinningham and put it on their wall. Because he saved boxing. As a Londoner, I know a lot of racist black men. Yeah. I mean, so much more than any other race. But I'll say this. The people that control the media and the politicians and entertainment are deliberately stirring black men up, and they want them to hate white guys, and they want them to hate each other. But whilst at the same time making the white guys a bit subservient, going, we're very evil, accepting mass immigration. So it's part of a plan. So yeah, there are plenty of black guys that actually despise all white people, but they would have been encouraged to as well. It's not totally organic. It's not totally organic. You go to Africa, and like I said, you know, they love Europeans. Thanks for answering. I read a book on Nikola Tesla. Yeah, he was dedicated to work. He usually put in 12 hours. Yeah, he's a tremendous guy. You never hear about him. No, you hear about Einstein, the fake scientist who stole most of his work and most of his stuff is nonsense. Today, Spencer's lawyer. Do you mean lawyer or lover? His attitude and snide comments. Yeah, you do get that a bit. But like I said, there are all kinds of different communities. I mean, you probably get that more in the sort of Afro-Caribbean community, whereas the first generation African communities are actually a bit more laid back. And it all changes as well when the second generation grew up in European countries. But they're right. I told you there's this analogy, right? And you get a jar, and you put in different kinds of ants: red ants, yellow ants, black ants, obviously you've got to have holes for the the ants to breathe, and they will just run around, interact a bit, not do anything. Shake them up though, and they all go to war with each other. The black ones will try and kill the yellow ones and the red ones, and vice versa. And that's a very good analogy for what the elitists do to the people. They stir them up, make them hate each other because they divide and conquer. I met a very interesting guy. This is amazing. I went to the fitness gym and I was hitting the bag, and this guy come up to me. He's obviously a bit autistic, but I like autists. I've got a touch of it myself. But and he goes, and suddenly claimed he did after he dissed them, but whatever. You're not doing no video tonight on that famous phone call. I might release a little bit of it, a little bit more of it, but because it's got some great quotes. But yeah, what was I talking about? Savannah, yeah, so it's you. He's like saying, he lives in the suburbs of London as well, and he's like saying, I got robbed here, I got robbed there, and but he was saying that my mate's opening an MMA stroke boxing gym, and he said, I seen you on. He goes, would you like to talk to him? Maybe you could bring your skills to take kids on the pads. And I've done a bit of training with the juniors. I was like, yeah, I'd be interested, depending on where it is. I said I did have to say, look, I do spend a lot of time in the basement, if it's a large travel, I don't think I can do it. But and he ended up being super based. He started off just talking about boxing, and then he got into street robbery and crime. And then by the end of it, he told me the Austrian painter was right. Anyway, he's Tony Red Pill Pro. I gave him my number. So yeah, it was pretty fun. It went from boxing to Red Pill to the Austrian painter was correct. Yo, Chill B, Oil Jill, African girls, don't stop smiling, West Indian moaning. Yeah, but I do blame. And Caribbean's a lovely place, man. That's what I find quite weird. Why would you be bitter of living in such a lovely place? I do think it's been stirred up deliberately, though. I think the powers that be have deliberately made them hate these people. Oh, don't look at this, which is hardly any white people involved in slavery ever. Don't look at 80% of the ships who owned them. Don't look at who owned most of the slaves in the United States. Don't look at that. It's the evil white man's. Yeah, like the small hats are like the anti-Yakub. Edison still tests ideas. Yeah, it's such a shame. I need to read more. I mean, I know the surface level about Tesla, but right. Remember to like, subscribe. What does the accuser say? Donate, super shekels, or cash apps, or BTC, or buy me a beer. But like I said, I got 10 super shekels from Australian fans yesterday, which is lovely. And what's going to happen? YouTube are going to steal 30% of it. But yeah, like, because I'm deliberately persecuted. Dutch West Indies, sorry, East India is British side run by York Lodge. Oh, the British East India Company are hideous. Read into that. The Opium Wars, read into that. The thing is, I mean, Britain were terrible. They weren't that bad as colonial masters. Like, they weren't too cruel. The Belgians were apparently a lot more cruel. But they were run by the secret society for years, and more recently by people with a certain hat size, and all just conquering everything and manipulating people. I mean, look at Ireland. They're smashing. And it's not the English people. The normal English people as much victims, peasants working in tin mines in Cornwall, where the average life expectancy was 28, working in coal mines, inhaling dust. It's just the elitists of the country that mess people up. Look, I fixed me shooter. Black. You see that? What do you know about that, homeboy? Chill B. A lot is made about the laws of attraction. The idea that one can meditate and visualize more or less, whatever they want in life, with frequent visualizing and affirmation. Is this true? I have to look into that. What the law of attraction? I'm going to note this down. I find that kind of approach usually to be what's the word, snake oil type stuff, like psychotherapy, like Alcoholics Anonymous, like things like that. They'll force people to believe these things that quite clearly are not true, and they mess them up. So you know, I at this point, with how little I know, it seems highly unlikely. Huh? Highly unlikely. I mean, the attitude, yeah, your personal attitude can change. Will obviously change what you achieve, because I'm an optimist. I'm a pessimist. Always have been, but some optimists will and who are very confident will get a lot out of life because they'll keep forcing themselves so they get what they want. Narcissists, psychopaths, people like that. Even good people who are just optimistic are more likely to obviously sail through life a bit. They will look on the bright side. They will approach things better. If something bad happens, they'll try and take a good angle about it. But I find these people a bit naive too. Oh, my boy, it's always my man Shane Bongos with a 77. Always my man Shane Bongos. Thank you, brother. Great to see you. You don't have to give it a time. Obviously, I love it. I love me shekels. Whoa, them shekels. Whoa, whoa, them shekels. Whoa. Look at that, shekels. Isn't that weird? Doesn't that look a bit like certain towers? And there seems to be some kind of jet. This is a real shekel, by the way. Funny that, isn't it? But thank you very much, my boys. £7.77. Always with the chips. With the chip numerals. But great to see you, Shane, with the Apu avatar in the house. I need to change that. That's going to be Turkey Allah Sheikh. I'm going to change some of the wording there. I'm going to big up my big donor. Triple B, do you see civil war happening in the UK? Good question. I did at some point. I certainly thought they would stir people up. There would be a ratio religious civil war. The main problem is no one's got any weapons, so that makes things a bit difficult. There are some guns, but there's not a lot, right? Most of the guns are in the country, shotguns, right? You don't need to have guns to have any kind of civil war, knives and just, a 4x4, like, bit of wood, you can damage people. I don't know. I don't think there'll be an out-and-out bloody civil war. No. But people will continue to be divided. Yeah. Late Taylor, my boy, to simplify, since masonry talk gets twisted, the Dutch West Indies Company, Scottish Rite, Jacobin, Bavarian, Illuminati, the Zionist, Yorkite, and Knights Templar, and Knights of what, right? These, my boy Lane knows an awful lot about this. And it is very complex. You've got all these different kind of groups, and to know the connection of them, and all that, it's difficult, it's hard. Which is why I often just use the umbrella term. And also there's the black nobility, the Orsini's, the Borgias, people like that, the Medicis, the aristocratic families kind of sit back a bit, so you don't really hear about them. They're not in the front like the British royal family, or and they are really running things. But they're all secret society themselves. So I like to use the big umbrella term elitist. Really, my boy in the house, Mohammed and Furq. Again, thank my boy. Very generous. He just gave me £10 on a cash out, which has zero cash taken out. So thank you so much, brother. That's very kind, man. You've donated a lot of money. I love my fans. They're loyal. They're generous. They're intelligent. They're red-pilled. There's probably more martial autists in the chat than we like to admit. Yeah, but that's like autism. Can be very beneficial to your thought processes because you don't automatically accept what you're being told, and they're autists are often very intelligent. And I mean, if you're too highly an autist, you've got to be a real functioning autist and be able to, because sometimes I never quite fit in society because of slight autism. But I've also got a couple of friends. I don't really see them now, but one of them, he lived in a place in South London. It's like I don't know what you call it, like a community where there's like 8 people that live there. They got one room each for people with mental issues. And he's an autist. His room was like just total chaos and rubbish. But he could do something. It's a cliche. He could do something really well. He was very bright. He was very funny. He would do a few weird little things. But he was like, his autism was almost a bit too far, but a little bit of autism. I don't like it when it quickly goes off like that because I feel there's a hater who's trying to, when it quickly blinks my screen, there's a hater trying to pull me down. But thanks a lot so much for the cash. That was very kind. You've been done it very well. It's great to see you, bro. I'm glad you enjoy the lives, man. Ah, DK, shalom, Ben shalom. Salam alaikum. Rwanda was just nice, right? Rwanda, it's my belief that Rwanda was highly exaggerated. So they claimed there were 1 million people killed in a month. I just can't believe that. Trouble if you don't mind me saying, I find a lot of police weak and pathetic. Of course I don't mind saying, I agree with you, blood. They either look skinny and weak or overweight. I wouldn't count them. Why do you think they look so timid? I hate them, man. Yeah? There's partially that, there's all these, instead of looking into gang grapes and stuff, they're just break dancing and wearing batty colours and painting, they are pathetic. Yeah? They are, I mean, it's well known they are ruled by secret society, the Masons, right? I mean, you've got black and white stuff on their uniforms. I've obviously had some interaction with police. When they persecuted me, they beat the living daylight on me and then blamed me. And then, and one of the police, I had to go to court and subsequently other stuff. His knuckles are bruised up because he gave me a hiding. And he said, I'd take 2 weeks off because I had the bruised knuckles because he attacked me. I don't know why. They're so corrupt. Yeah. You don't get it's almost like not a week passes without some police who's raped someone who's been caught in noncery. There's only like 75,000 police. I was in the boxing club once. I told this joke before, and I was training, right? There was some police club. They were so wimpy, like I said, with wide hips and fat waist and rubbish at boxing. And this guy told me this joke. The joke. I repeated it before, but what's the difference between a Ghanaian and an African? And I was told this by an African. The Ghanaian will smile when he is robbing you. Right? So I just told that joke to a friend of mine. A couple of black guys. They were laughing. The black Africans. They were laughing. And the police all turned around and looked at me, gave me evil eyes. Go, you need to go. Honestly, there's no. You need to go to diversity training. I said, you guys are a bunch of pussy holes, right? Which people will fight, you think? That's the question that's been asked. My boy Lee talks boxing. It's going to be the best dancer. He goes probably. There'll be the guys that. You can't. The propaganda won't work like it did in the First World War. Oh, it'll be great fun, and you don't want to have a white feather, And what are you going to tell your grandkids you did in the Great War? That stuff won't wash anymore. So. The kind of people that would go were people that, you've still got guys that went over to fight ISIS, that made up ISIS, right? And there are guys that have gone over to fight for Ukraine, So there are people that are stupid enough to do it. They may just want some adventure to talk about. Some of them will be ex-army guys that want to go back, fight as mercenaries, but who would join up, like conscripts, guys who've families have a background with army, who've had a long tradition of being in the army. Maybe they're not in the army, but a lot of their family has been people like that. Because I just can't remember. I haven't met anyone that said they'd do it. The modern police are awful, just pathetic. They've always been wrong, but they've added weakness now. Muslims means non-Muslims all over you. Yeah, and that's been part of the plan. We will all be warring against each other. Do I think it'll be all-out bloody civil warfare? No. And there is a growing movement of people who know who the real wrong-uns are in the Muslim community and the Christian community and the atheist community, who know who the enemy actually is. And it's not each other. If you know, things have been sorted out, and the way, like I said, the most successful communities are largely homogeneous and have a higher IQs and high trust levels. So, some guy wins, and what the casualty number is? Who wins and what the casualty number should be? Some guy had been asked. Who wins? The longer it takes to happen, the Muslims youth demographics. Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, if you look at the UK, the under 10s, I think only 60% are of Caucasian origin. So the breeding rates are much bigger amongst certain communities, and yeah, I mean, in a few generations, we'll be like Brazil. Basically, we'll be like Brazil, but with Muslim influence. They don't really have that in Brazil. Mbakir, my boy, how does Porky know about Johnny Nelson and Nicky Smedley Corey size? Have they gone through his missus? Yeah, it's a bit creepy. He is creepy, Porky, and there are rumours that he wanted Emperor Michael to smash his girls. I don't know. He said something about Emperor Michael having big feet and stuff. I asked Michael actually when he came on the channel. He goes, honestly, the stuff's a bit exaggerated. I didn't really get that vibe much, but who knows? Yeah, I mean, all this talk about other men's Corys. I mean, obviously, this is not a Corey channel. There's been plenty of Corey talk tonight, but I don't know. But Nicky Smedley used to go out with what's his name? I did a video on this, and that's one of the reasons Sonny was really pissed at me. But yeah, Porky revealed that Nicky Smedley used to date Sonny's baby mother, the baby mother. So, and he's got a large Corey allegedly. So. What will start the war? Oh, false flags. They will engineer some situations. They'll engineer a fake attack or stir people up. Yeah, something like that. A couple of fake terrorist attacks, something like that. Well, yeah, it doesn't always conquer and subjugate numbers, or they have to pay the jizya tax. But that's decreed. You see, that's the thing. Like, ironic that hypervigilance that the state now labels as on the spectrum mental unwellness was accelerated by the stresses of modernity and the stresses of chasing cash instead of simple fun. Well, that's part of the story. The other story, of course, was all these psychologically unsound things being pushed on us. Also, pesticides, pollution, artificial sweeteners, chemicals in our food. Obviously, that, and I'm not just talking about the big one that recently happened. I'm talking about the ones that, right? I look, that were pushed on kids and babies in unvaxxed communities. So we're talking about third world communities that don't vax their people, or so the Amish, the Mennonites, people like that. There's almost zero autism, ADHD. There are far fewer cases of cancer, especially certain aggressive ones. These are all caused by the sickness, deliberate sickness of modern Western society, which is, as I said, psychologically unsound, propaganda, pesticides, jibber jabbers, chemicals in food, artificial sweeteners, and who knows what's happening with Wi-Fi signals and 5G, yeah? Yo, my man, Tony Chicken Bowl, Tony, yo, Chubby, you think Turkey I'll shake brings top UK models and use them as toilets, yeah? Or any other rich man practice? I think it's certainly possible. I hope not. I hope that he's an exception, but it's unlikely, right? I mean, models have admitted, like I said to you before, in the other, like models from around the world who were also escorts. They said, yeah, but they should be the most sick. Did you see that? Like, they quickly tried to shut me off. Haters. Tell the new funds the story of Sonny and Smedley. No, if Sonny knows you're back into him, he'll be back on the channel. Yeah, I mean, firstly, I put all the old videos up. I took them down out of kindness to Sonny, but then I thought he was being a bit disrespectful. They'll back up anyway. He's on probation, and he knows he should be. I've gone very easy, been very kind to him, actually. Could have destroyed him just before his world title fight 2 years ago when I didn't. As a Christian, I was kind. But, yeah, you can find a video on it. So if I find a video, I'll talk about it another time. There's been too much Corey talk to diversity training is like some Orwell. Oh yeah, and all kinds of stuff. It's just programming. There's no training. It's just nonsense, man. Diversity training ain't good enough because people revert to their under periods of stress, right? When it goes bad, right? None of these women are going to go around here. We're all the same. We're one race, the human race. Listen to Rosa Parks. She'll be like, we're graped and thrown in the ditch. I mean, there might be a couple of wrongs like that. I remember, right? I used to go to this gym, South London, yeah? And it was the summer, and there was this girl, that's a Swedish girl, naive Swede, obviously. I mean, That's superfluous to say a naive Swede, because they're almost all naive, right? It's superfluous to add naive to Swede, right? Anyway, and I'm lying down, tanning myself, and there's this girl in a bikini, and I'm looking over and I'm, oh, this girl from the gym. Obviously, I've said hi to her, and she starts chatting to me, and she's Swedish, so she's fly, blonde, fly. We get our drink on a bit after sunbathing, and we go to the pub, and it's the World Cup, and Portugal were playing England, and I think Portugal won on penalties. Anyway, and I was near a Portuguese area. There's a Portuguese area in South London, and there's it kicked off, and like a bunch of children caring more about their stupid men, 11 men in shorts kicking at a ball, unbelievable. But they were going nuts, and I was like laughing, just watching it kick off. And this Swedish girl, and I was about to take her home and get my rump on. And I was like, come on, man, let's have a look at this action first, and we'll go home. And she's in the middle of the street. Hey, guys, it's just football. Why are you fighting about this? It's just football. Getting all emotional. I'm like, oh, no. Anyway, she got too emotional, started crying in the streets. Obviously, everyone's ignoring her. I'm like, come on, let's just go back to the crib. She said, no, I'm too hurt. No, I can't do anything. No. After witnessing that, and she went home. And I was like, how can anyone be that pathetic? You're like 28. Blood clot. Should be. I don't know if you've seen it, but I remember a video showing the fitness test against the police forces push-ups, and anyone could do it. It's like 20. Oh yeah, it's pathetic. And they did that to get women as well. You used to have to be 6 foot to be in the police. By the way, they're all scumbag. I hate them anyway. Disgusting creatures. But it is even more pathetic these days. That is nice. But I don't know if I was buying it. It's too expensive. And they get hot in this thing. But I quite like this thing. It's creepy as anything. Can you hear me okay, though, yeah? Someone claimed they couldn't hear me. Quran 98.6. What does that say, bro? Now have a look. I mean... Be they from amongst the people of the book, right, or among those who associated others with Allah, and the diversity shall be in the fire. There's a lot of in a lot of religious texts. I can't see very well out of this. Muhammad, so the disbelievers among the people of the book and the pagans will dwell forever in hell. They are the worst of all creatures. But there's another part of the Quran that says you must respect the people of the book, meaning Christians and Jews. But there's also other parts of the book that says any non-Muslim will be beheaded. I mean, it's very contradictory, actually. Shane Boggins was to be a minority in primary schools by 2032 or something. Correct. Where's that clown the Emperor? He's still posting on his I had a look actually there because he ain't doing no videos, but he's still posting on his Twitter, but it's mainly just reposts. I'm not going to spend hours on it. All I saw was retweets. I didn't see any new stuff. So who knows, man? They were tweeting Jimmy Savile. I don't know. Jimmy, speaking of Brazil, I mean, have you? No, I haven't. It's very mixed there, but I found most people friendly. It's a weird country. It is highly mixed, but it's also very degenerate with sexual morals. But also, there's a difference between the favelas. The upper class are quite European, but the bottom lot are very, it's like all around the world, man. The street guys, they're very violent. I've heard they're friendly though, but I mean, it's not a very functioning society. It's got a high crime rate. I can't say too much about Islam just because, I mean, there's algorithm things. This is a boxing channel, and occasionally a pum pum channel, and occasionally a Corey channel. But I've got my beliefs. I'm red pilled on all of this. That's all you got to know. Do you think Muslims are Muslim? I believe. I mean, these kind of questions are going to be difficult because obviously there are people that be watching. I'm a Christian. I believe Christianity. I believe that's creed they should follow. That's all I can say, right? What's this? Jimmy, what caused your autism? I believe right. I got hold of all my medical records because I needed them for a legal case. Okay, and it was nuts. And actually, I can even go online and I can find these now from my. It's like an what do you call it, internet or whatever, the NHS internet. And I had over 30 injections. I didn't have the big jibber jabber. This is when I was a kid, so it's basically my parents, school, NHS. Over 30 of those put in my body. And I remember there's something called the BCG, which was 6 in one go. And that was around 13. And I remember I suddenly developed things like allergies. My depression got real bad. So yeah, I believe that was caused by the injections. Yep. The thoughts on Liam Williams. Thank you. Back to boxing. Thank you, Michael Malone. Take us back to boxing. It's a boxing channel. We know this. Boxing and red pills, I guess, but we need some boxing content. I thought it was pathetic. A lot of people, I think you said it, Michael, were saying he's going to get waxed because I was like, he might have a chance. He said after the Eubank, he went over so much against Eubank, it was shocking. I wonder if it was that it weakened his system, right? But but I sort of thought maybe it's an anomaly. He'd come back twice, 2 wins, facile wins, but still, he looked in good shape. I thought he could give Shiraz a fight, but he was pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Finished, as my boy says, he can go away. I had comments deleted, I think, too. What are they deleted for, bro? Later, the Brooke families demoralised the source of right and the break-up communities. They pivoted from class serfdom Borsal to postmodernist identity politics. Always a new demoralising strategy for us, the profane. And they will sell it to you as it's something good for you. They'll never sell it. They won't sell their plans that, whatever it is that they're doing, whether it's the ID chip, right? Whether it's cashless society, whether it's going to war. Seriously, they'll sell it as a good thing for you. It doesn't matter. They're experts at marketing and salesmen, and they control it all. So of course they convince normies that it's great. A couple of my pals from the Perv just had babies. Well, their women did, and and they were like bragging on their jabs. Oh, it was real good. I took my boy in, he got his jabs, and he took it like a man. He didn't even cry. And I said, listen, bro, this guy's. You're close enough for me to be able to, because you got to watch out when you're talking to people. You're close enough for me to say, listen, bro. I said, listen. All I'll say is this: be careful. Read into it first. Oh, but we have to protect my baby. I said, listen. Read into it. The side effects of it. I said, look. There are plenty of people that haven't had them, right? They're not dying all over the place from measles, from this, from that, and that, which is supposed to protect you. Are they? No. Right. And I just said, just look into it. I was, but I had to protect my child. I said, look, okay, whatever. It's crazy. Ben Shalom has tried all drilling and touch. I've heard this rumor. I also think he's a Batiman, though. The naive Swede lies from me. Yeah. You don't need to add naive. It's superfluous, blood. You just say it's Swede. It's like Otto Wallin. Hey guys, I don't need PEDs to win. I don't want to cheat. Joshua, his genetics make him so muscular because he's never failed a test. Blah blah blah. This is what I give Otto Wallin, a fucking wardrobe piece of shit. Blah. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. I hate over emotional women. Women will tend to be more emotional. I will say, I've been lucky with women. I haven't had any real bad wrongs. I mean, sure, a few problems, a couple of mad Scotch birds, but on the whole, it's been okay, actually. I've never had stalkers. I've never had real manipulative evil. I've been okay. I've been very lucky, man, to be honest with you. I think that's another war that the powers that be are encouraging, the gender war. They want us to hate women. They want women to hate men, especially white men. If you notice, you've had all these stupid women go in America with abolish white men, just create white women's there and then and they've encouraged the so-called incels because they don't want men and women to be together and to procreate. That's right. Oh, it's something about the Popo. Fuck the police. And Triple B said it with authority because the funds in the chat are a majority a gang. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Triple, you think Turkey Yellow Shakers white girls put Instagram on and use them as toilets? Yeah, probably. Apparently, they went through I don't know how this stuff comes out. Went through a stage of popularity for the sheikhs. That Lawrence Coley hanging with a bunch of Arabs. I've got a chain with a lot of carrots. You remember his rap? It's so whack, but it's so rap. I almost quite like it. Well, I don't know why they ever thought they'd get O'Cody, the McDonald's manager, to be some rough, rude street boy with drip. You know, when he's a coward as well in the ring. But yeah, probably. But yeah, they had the sheikhs. They had this thing that they wanted to take dumps on African models. They wanted to get African models, Nigerian models, and stuff like that. I don't know what that's about. Like I said, it's some weird one-upmanship. They all get together because they've got so much money. They want to see who can be the most degenerate. G-Bone Tony. He moved onto the heavyweight boxers now. Turkey. Health is wealth now. So what's up? So we could do a fundraiser for you to travel or something. Oh, bro, thanks. Yeah, so these are the plans, bro. Firstly, I've got to go to Ireland, right? Because I've got some of the Irish fans that I've linked up with. I need to go to Ireland at some stage. I've been invited to hang out with a big bare knuckle traveller family, right? Which I'd love to do. So, and I've spoken on the phone. I won't mention names because I don't think it's right to mention people's names. But you know that would be awesome. And I want to go and see my boy Donnie in South Korea. You know, he was on the show the other day. Real likable, nice kid. No, I haven't been to South Korea, so yeah. To travel, so I mean, I haven't been out of the country for years, blood, and I used to travel at least twice a year out of the country. Yeah, I don't know how many countries I've been in, but loads, but not recently. I've been in basement. The being in knee, you kind of get used to the lifestyle. And also had bad things happen, but yeah, and I think I could do awesome videos traveling. As I said, I'm also planned in the last live, people talking about having a meetup, and like I said, the main problem is making sure that no wrong ones come and only the good people come. And there are ways that I could do. I've been thinking about that. You know, there are ways that it can be done. But there's always a risk, right? But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But a fundraiser, yeah. And where would you want me to travel, bro? What kind of place would you want me to travel? Like I said, I got to Ireland and South Korea, but I'd be willing. Well, maybe I want to go to North Korea too. But Michael goes Eritrea, yeah. Health as well. Tell me where you want me to go. Just out of interest, bro. Look here, Pfizer have now put them on their own website. Of course, heart problems. Oh, have they? Yeah, all the things that was not there on the side, of course. But they're actually, it's just nuts. They are not. They cannot be taken to court. Now, this is they run to a sticky area, but apparently legally, because it's an experimental. Right? You got to remember, this was an experimental ding dong, and so that changes things legally. And they will say, well, people took it of their own. It's the people that wanted to take it. They were not forced to. Yeah, right. All the psychological attacks and stuff. But they could technically say legally, well, no one forced them to do it. It was experimental. We offered it. And they decided to take it. They knew it's experimental. So it's going to be hard. Now, you know, people like Pfizer have paid out billions, literally, billions over the years for false marketing, for falsifying tests, for hurting people. So it will come to some kind of, there will be some process. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, technically, the experimental status was meant to end last year, right? But I haven't heard anything about it. It was meant to end in 2023, but I haven't heard anything. Mark, aka Skins Insta, is completely insane. What is it with all the boys that surround Gay J? Well, they're all gay. They're gay. When they eat the poo-poo like ice cream. Huh? Like ice cream. And, aka Skins, like I said, he took an NDA. He took a lot of money, probably about $5 million, I reckon, off Gay J to shut his mouth. Because, you know, imagine he would be on every talk show, Piers Morgan. He'd write a book. My Secret Life is Gay J's Lover. So he got an NDA. Right, you can't release any of this, but here's $5 million. See ya. Yeah, and he's built these kind of weird. His father's a charlatan, right? He's meant to be. He costs like sort of like £250 for a 1 hour consultation online, not in person, with his dad. You know, he offers meditation and all these weird new age stuff. It's just utter nonsense. It's just another charlatan. You're linking up with Furies from Galway. I'm not, because they don't exist. Should be, as a friend betrayed you, several, and there's nothing worse. And family, that's the worst thing. Family as well. Family, one family, actually two family, although I wasn't heavily involved in one of the stories. Three friends, and there's nothing worse. There's nothing more hurtful, especially as you wouldn't have done it to them. Yeah, I'll talk about it more another time. Talking about women, because the oldest woman you have steamed through. As far as grandchildren, so none. I mean, most of the girls have been my age or younger, right? I went out to the country, right, to see my pal, and went to some local party. There's a mad woman there. I think she was about 50, and you know, I mean, I wouldn't have touched her with a barge pole, but she kept on coming off the Triple B, gotten drunk, and we went back to smoke some greens, and she had a boyfriend there. I don't know what I said. Anyway, she told her boyfriend to go out, and she made me smash her. She must have been 50, maybe 52, and I felt a bit sick. And I was off my nut, obviously, and I was a bit, that's a bit grim, man. When I was, I told you I went to university. I don't really talk about it. It was so long ago. I didn't really care for it much. I had a pal who was 17 when he went there, right? And there was a woman. What was her name? Oh man, she had some nickname. She was 55. Yeah, and she decided to go to university. Anyway, he smashed her. She was 17. She was 55. And I was like, my mouth was open. I was like, are you serious, blood? You know, he wasn't a bad looking guy or anything. You get real pum pum. I don't know why he decided to smash a 55-year-old pum pum. I think Kelly earlier was a wrong. Really, I never got that vibe. I think he was just forced into it. Kelly other account, Michael. No. We start by Chubby going to Saudi to watch the fight, mate. Wow, that'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, certainly it would be interesting, wouldn't it, to go to some shows. I've been to a couple of shows. You remember, I did a bit. I should have done more, but I did a bit. I didn't really release much. I released a video on it, and on Manchester and Nottingham, and also when I was trolling Coogan. But yeah, I could do a lot more. And the way I'm feeling now, I've got the energy. Yeah, I definitely going to see some shows. As for Saudi, it gives me the creeps. It must be super expensive though, right? It must be super expensive, Saudi. I think the money can be better spent, although obviously the boxing shows would be good. But yeah, I'm taking me your ideas, blood. Jason, what you saying, blood? I don't watch football, but when I see in the news about the 3 Chief fans' murder, I knew they will win. Yeah. Also, the whole pushing of the Swifties and Travis, you know, all the time. That's all they talk about. This stupid, weird, cardboard women. Yo, Triple, meet up in Croydon. They got facial recognition cameras. No, to react wrong. Why they got facial recognition cameras out there in Croydon? Do they really, blood? No way, man. Where? Which parts of Croydon, bro? Tell me. AJ on the down low, yeah. And he's so obvious to anyone with eyes. When the NDA will get revoked, will skins come out? AJ will come out. It's part of the plan. He has to, but he won't do it until he's retired. And there's a number of reasons for this. Because then obviously for financial reasons, right? They want, you know, he might lose some endorsements. Although they're trying to push his Batty in this anyway, but you know, fewer people coming to watch him fight. You know, things like that. There's still some people who've got a normal head about Batty business. So that, and also, they want him to finish his boxing career. That's story 1, and story 2 will be the post boxing career, which will be him coming out as a Batty man on the Graham Norton show, or one of them daytime shows, probably the morning shows with Philip Schofield or something wrong like that. So that's the next stage. So it's not ready to come out yet. Really, what happened with your friends? What they do? The treachery was in business, theft, but they manipulated me, and I was so trusting. Then on a personal level, grasped to police just for having a back and forth on texts to a fake tough guy. You know, I can't say too much at this point. And this wrong and harass my mother making up stories, saying, "Oh, the chippies. My wife is so scared that Chubby's gonna be in the garden with a machete when I go to work." I'm like, I don't even know where this blood clot lives. Well, why are you ringing my mum? You've met her like once or twice. Yeah, wrong. Another stuff. I found out about this guy. He's fucking wrong. Fake tough guy. You know, giving it the big end and then cries to the police just because we had some back and forth. There's personal stuff. I don't really like too much personal stuff out there, but there you go. Paul Pig, the footballer, his own brother kidnapped him and stole $1 million. Who's Paul Pig, man? Oh, Pogba, Paul Pogba. Oh, sorry, right, the footballer. His own brother kidnapped him. Oh, stop blood clot. I mean, money will ruin anyone. And there's families that will stop talking to each other because they're waiting for the granny to die. They're all waiting like that. And some of them are disgusting. They'll visit them all the time just because they hope they'll get a better place in the what's it called, in the will, and then they don't get what they want, and then they blame the sister who got what they wanted. Just horrible stuff like that. Do you pay? I had an 18-year-old and a 38-year-old last week. Tight beaver. What? At the same time, bro? Hopefully not. Yeah, how old are you? I had an 18 and 38-year-old. Blood clot. Did you pay that? that was a question I was thinking about. Chill bean. What's Krakow doing back in the day? Just like the bots from no, that's a bit weird. They're trying to get you with it with pornography. They're trying to get your head around it. So they try and manipulate you, and they will push things on pornography, and it's a psychological thing. It's messing with your subconscious, and like now I don't look at any of that. So if I see a pair of breastises, especially young one, I'll be like, the other day I was looking for old emails. I found some girlfriends that send me pictures of them with just their breasts, and I'm like, my eyes almost fell out my head. You don't need to see disgusting, sick stuff. When you're a youngster, just the idea of a woman or even just seeing part of a body is all you need. You don't need to see someone getting shat on, degrade. That's how they mess with your head. But a boxer from Nottingham, yeah, Lee Wood. So he's just put up some weird posts. Obviously cuckolded. He got his friend to bust a nut in his own woman. You imagine the mother of his kids. And he didn't know whether one of his kids was going to be his or whether it was going to be his pals. So they DNA tested, and that's when he lost to some guy, Jazza Dickens. If you look at his record, but now he's part of this new thing, and he's got his 3 kids. I love them all, and including my 6-year-old kid. I don't want to speak too much about the kids. It's not fair about the kids, right? I don't want to bring attention to these poor children because they're kids, for goodness sake, and they need to be nurtured and looked after. It's better. It's better that a millstone is tied around someone's neck and they're thrown down the well or into the sea than they corrupt children, okay? But he's got one child and he goes, I love her very much. This is sweet. She's not mine, DNA-wise. So I don't know what the situation is. But and Tyne Booth said he went to some OG, if you know what I'm talking about, with him. It's very weird. It's very odd. He paid him 8 inches. That's what an impressive Corey stays. Toby, your thoughts on people who have a race play fetish? The men usually enjoy getting degraded by women of different races. Usually involve racial slurs. Is it healthy or do that? But of course, it's not healthy, man. It's a psychological issue, and it's not a natural one. It's one that's caused by being manipulated by porn, by entertainment, by sex stuff. There's a lot of stuff like that. I mean, I knew. You should just have a normal, healthy, vibrant sex life and appreciate each other's body. You don't need to do this weird psychological stuff. I knew a guy who said he had an Asian girlfriend, right? And, she was quite leftist and all that kind of stuff, woke. I think she was, and he was white and she was Asian, right? And he whispered to me once, and when he was trying, he goes, man, when she has a few drinks, she goes nuts. When she goes home, she wants me to degrade her, call her the P word, the P key word, spit on her. just bizarre stuff like that, man. But what this kind of psychological stuff comes from, it largely comes from people having ideas put in their head and being manipulated. Yeah, that's right, Shane. They're messed in the head. Right, yeah. It's not normal to act like that. Everyone will have a little kink and a little thing is acceptable. But I had a posh girlfriend, right? And she was from a good family, naive, like the oil driller, cozy life. But she's, a fun girl. Whenever she got a drink on, she hated the see you next Tuesday word. She hated it. If I ever use it, I'll get telling off. Don't be so disgusting, Triple B. Don't use that word around me, yeah? And when she got a drink on, yeah, she goes, say it. And I have to say, I'm going to smash you in your C-U-N-T. Yeah, how'd you like that? I mean, come on, what's wrong with people? And okay, lol, you Ricky. I think a gay J will get more endorsements when he comes out. Well, he will, but the time's not right now. And also, it's a two-step process. Firstly, rinse him, make him an athlete, make all these guys want to, allegedly, this is their pattern. I mean, it's not a joke, but guys want to be him and women want to be with him. You remember when they tried to pretend that he was the perfect man that every woman mother would like a daughter to bring home. Can you imagine anything stupid as that? But but this is how they mess with people. And then they had to push it. You see it. You go on Twitter. You see there all these guys go. Well, obviously I'm not batty man, but gay J I would. I mean, it's sickening. So that's the first stage, the sportsman stage, and getting popular. And he messed up a bit, by the way. But and then the next stage will be the coming out stage when he's retired. Black Uncle Tom, what you saying, brother? AJ will also declare his faith as a bodyguard. But yeah, I mean, he's known. He is a Muslim. He's done pictures of him, but weirdly with the AK skins and another one wearing dark glasses in Mecca. It's really bizarre. But yeah, it's well known that he's a Muslim. Yeah. But again, that's for the next phase. He'll come out as a Muslim who's a batty man. Because they want to ruin Islam as well. They want to ruin all the religions and make them all worship battiness. And AJ, Elton and John, both Watford boys. Both Fruity Watson boys. Right, what am I on? 1 minute 40. Okay. I've got to get my food on. I haven't eaten that much today. I had a hot dog. I'm going to go healthy tomorrow. I got a pizza and some chicken wangs for the Super Bowl. It's kind of a tradition. But I was eating it going, this isn't that great, whatever. Saudis are very hospitable. They welcome Brits. Yeah, imagine Triple B a stone throw away from up and down. I get rinsed for being an uptight fanboy. I don't need to tell you why, because I spotted him early and I like it. It's not just that, it's the skills, the fighting, the warrior spirit. The punching powers there, the speed, the accuracy, the footwork, the toughness. Of course, man's got to light up a time. But yeah, so if Optai fights in the UK, I will definitely go and see. I'd like to see him fight Okoli and smash him up. I like Billum Smith, but he would destroy Billum Smith. I mean, that'd be vicious, but I'd still go to it. Never tweets. You look like Brett May with that basketball. Who's Brett May, blood? Let's see, Chuck B called it 2 seconds left on the clock and the Chiefs won. Defo scripted. Yeah, I mean, I hope people got on it. I actually went to bed in the third quarter because I just tired, blood. I'm like, I stayed up for this nonsense. And I was writing notes for a video, which I'm going to release. Not, but, I just didn't want to stay up till 4 a.m. or whatever. Overtime and all that. And everyone would have loved it. Oh, so excited. And then Taylor Swift was there and Travis got really annoyed with the coach because he wouldn't play him. Did you see that? Prawn is a form of cockle. Yeah, it's a sick thing. Why would you watch another man with his big hairy batty and balls and an erection put it in a woman that you'd want to be with because she's very pretty? It makes no sense. I told you. In the early times, this is how the sexual eye-opening stuff happened with the Triple B. We start off with just played Tree Girls and seen breasts. In fact, my first sexual buzz, I can remember, I was 9 years old, and then we played Dungeons and Dragons, and there was an elf, a blonde elf with a beautiful body, a slim waist, and a tight top with big breasts, and I was obsessed with this elf. I mean, it's really weird, but this is how they mess even with youngsters. I was very sexualized from a young age. And then obviously you see breastises in either The Sun or in, if you're into that stuff, National Geographic. Although I liked white women's, not Amazonian Indian women's. But and then moved on to the semi-hard, which is basically just pum pum It's just women, but with just pum pum. And I was looked at the pum pum. I was like, no, kind of looks a bit ugly. It looks like an axe wound, and someone's got a hairy head and someone's axe wounded it. It wasn't that attractive. And genitals aren't attractive, and nor batty holes. And the reason for that is they're functional items. They're not meant to be admired. Okay, but still, I still seeing a beautiful woman. It was, obviously it excited me. And then when I first saw hardcore in print at 13, and I was disgusted seeing it. I was like, oh, I don't want to look at that. Some guy with his hairy butt crack, with his Corey, with his nuts. I was just like, oh, I don't want to see that. It's gross. But it's like anything, you get used to it. See, they desensitizes you. Yeah, what would you do? Absolutely. How many women do you think cockatoo regret the vase? So many now. There's a push, and there's all kinds of upclass like OGs and stuff, and I can tell you some stories about things like that. I'm not going to now. They're pushing it a lot more. Like I said, I've had situations where people, and I met the first time I met them, some of them. I told you on the other live, and this couple, and the girl was very attractive. And she's sitting there, and I can see her breasts. You see that they're attacking me again, and they start off with, we really love each other, we're in love, but we like to experiment. And I'm like, what? He wanted me to smash this girl while he was watched. It's disgusting. Well, in the old days, if you find someone who's coming onto your girl, or even just staring at her too long, you're like, what are you looking at my girl for? And there might be a fight. In the pub, and now it probably like, oh, I see you like my girl. Would you like to smash her while I watch? Ugh, like Lee Wood. Some blokes share females sick, letting another bloke do that. Absolutely grotesque. As well, it's called chimerism or something like that. It's nuts, check it out. Every woman, her DNA is changed. Her reproductive DNA is changed by any man's sperm that is busting her. So any man that's busting your woman, her DNA is slightly changed. It's very bizarre. Look at it. It's very bizarre. My wife's 30 years old, and I'm sure she's a limp. You need to beat them all. Yeah, make her wear the hijab. Curry drilling. Submissive men, pussy holes. Repression of trauma causes that as well. Yeah. You think the Joe Daki women think about what they love them? They love them. I mean, they might outwardly hate them, like the story I told you, and also I rented out this real nice crib in London when I was doing well, and the estate agent was right near the crib, and they were run. The two of them were one was this mixed race black guy, and he started talking to me. It was really weird, man. It was quite an expensive flat. He said, he thought he could kick it with me. Yeah, bro, you'll bring back them girls, them Latina girls here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, I don't mind him talking like this, but I'm thinking, really? Is this professionalism? And then they had this Asian girl. What was her name? Syra or Samira, something with an S. Samira, I don't know. And like, she knew where I lived, obviously. And I'd see her in the pub sometimes. And she come round to my house one day. She was flirting me, but she was a bit ugly. And I'm not into curry anyway. She come out knocking on my door, and like when the pubs are closed, like midnight. I knew it was her. I'm like, no, man. And she was coming round to get her nut on. She wanted the BWC. Ramelef, what's up, brother? Good to see you. They're watching Topuria vs Volk. Who do you think wins in a boxing type fight? Volk is a tough guy. I mean, it's quite weird that he got the Makachev rematch thing. Is so bizarre. I don't know why he went there. Obviously the money, but still. I like Topuria. Volk lacks a bit of power. He's like an all-rounder, but he lacks power. I'd actually like Topuria to win. I kind of like. I think he's from Armenia, is he, or Georgia, something like that. Yes, Ambikir, you're talking about Asian. Gage broke back. Yeah. We ain't heard of Peter Fury for a while. Is he behind your my door? I think he's been quiet. I think he's probably working on his amphetamine business. Carl says, I converted to Judaism so I can dig tunnels and do dance. I'm a bit tired. I can't do it with enthusiasm. Right, I'm going to shut up definitely by 2 hours because what are we at? Yeah, it'll be like 10:30, and I've got some poke I've got to eat. I've got to finish some poke and some chicken. I've got to do a bit of cooking. You get me? I don't waste food. I don't like it, especially not meat, because an animal's died. You know. Peter was on about Huey the other day. Oh yeah, his what's it called? His secret ban will be over soon. He hasn't fought for 2 years, has he? Keeps saying Huey got his man strength. Just put for. Oh, they're not still going about. You see pictures of Huey. He's 29. He just turned 30, and he looks like 50. It's just bizarre. Oh, damn. Right. Hairy growlers. Did it seem point at young age ruining your childhood? No, but it got me obsessed. Obsessed with sex, yeah, obsessed. Also, like, I remember reading The Sun and Newsagent, the problems pages, and they're so graphic. It just puts ideas in your head, seeds. You know, I know guys that didn't whack. I first whacked off when I was 11. You know, put it that way, successfully. But I'd been thinking about sex since I was 9. Yeah, it definitely had an effect on me. Yeah, I always loved the breasts. Yeah, I mean, they're amazing looking. I mean, it's such a beautiful piece of design. They feel so good. They look so fine. Obviously, ugly ones are gross, but you know, I'm talking about the pert things. What was Sam's? I don't know. I imagine it was pretty disgusting. I'm pretty sure he's had no interest in women. A lot of Batman start with women. They've just got some weird fetish that takes over. Women gaze on other men. They must be moderate, otherwise chaos will suit. Well, they're always secretly looking for a better deal, really, women. I mean, do you know what? I don't know if that's true always, but that's what some people say psychologically. And all they want to do is look after themselves. They're very selfish women, and their offspring obviously wants to have offspring. I mean, because women in the wild certainly can't look after themselves, can they? They need men, and they need a strong man. So that's one theory. I don't know. Spencer's launching a cyber attack on Chibi. I think that bum has got the the kudos for the knowledge. MBQ. Not sure these winners enjoy cartoon. Oh, prawn. Yeah, but there's a bizarre. It's becoming prawn channel. Yeah. Stop. No more chorus on Pum Pum Talk. Boxing talk only for the last 8 minutes. How the DNA change? I heard that, but there's not too many times. I know it's very bizarre, but yeah. Health and wealth. Arab women can't go out without a male guardian. They have it figured out. I mean, you know, the thing is, they used to be like that in Christianity. I mean, not quite as militant, I think. But, you know, women have to be modest, you know, not go out and show their hair and show their ankle, you know, just be modest and act like a mother, a wife, a nurturer. And remember, I think it's 1 Timothy 2:12 that women are not allowed to have any authority over men. And yet, like I said, I went to church and there was all women, the vicars and so on. It was just, women are not meant to have authority over men. Okay. We're going to finish up quite soon. You're going to stick that beak up some not tonight, blood. Have you seen that bloke eating raw chicken every day and he's still going so? Yeah, I hear about these things. I'm always suspicious. I mean, they say that chicken. You remember who's that woman? She was from the community, the tribe, who said that there is salmonella in all chicken. She also stood up in Parliament and pushed back to business. Sam Sawyer's first experience was a rabbi with his mate. Right, exactly. It's called Mbepe. I can't remember the exact word. Right. Now, if you're from this is what happens in the ritual. It's nuts, and this is allowed. Think about this. So the ritual is the baby will be circumcised. So they will, without anesthetic or anything like that, they will 8 days old. They will cut the baby's full skin off. Now imagine how sensitive that is. And some old guy like that. Once it's cut off and there's blood there, they'll give the skin away and it'll be used probably in cosmetics. Or some rituals, they throw it to the group of women, and whoever catches it eats it. Honestly, it's so creepy, and that woman gains fertility or some nonsense. and then once the cut is done, it will put the lips on the Corey and suck it. I mean, I probably said too much even for YT, but look into it. It's absolutely unbelievable that it's allowed. Gage would batter Sam Solar on a ring. No, he wouldn't. It'd be the other way because Gage is the bottom. Sam Solar would batter him around the ring. Gage would love it. I can't put that into translation now, but I will. I don't know what you're saying. Hopefully, something of interest, something funny. A lot of men walk on the inside of the female. Weaklings, men have to be. And Wheeler Curry, that was the one, that was the one. The Liver King is a fake natty, right? The Liver King was saying about how what he did was eat livers and raw meat, and he was juicing his ass off. Loads of the babies get herpes. Yep, the New York Post had herpes. There's the date. It was in Denmark, right? They decided to do some study on this. Like, what are the effects on the baby of traumatizing it? Which is exactly what happens. This baby's just come out of the womb, which is warm and safe, and it's been exposed to the world. And then a few days later, it gets the most sensitive part of its body cut off without anesthetic. And if you look at how they do it, they've got these special baby restraints, and they strap the child down so the child can't. It's hideous. It's torturing. And so this school of scientists in Denmark, they examined it, and they found it really traumatizes the baby, and actually changes some brain chemistry at a young age. Yeah, disgusting. A lot of children got SCR. Yeah, absolutely. Right, guys, I'm going to finish up. Like a lot of Korea talk tonight. It's a good red pill talk. Not too much boxing talk, but thank you, everybody. I've got to say thanks to my boy, Mohammed N. Furky, with a £10 cash out. Very generous as usual. My boy, Max B, in the house with the 5 Aussie. And he gave me very generous on the Aussie, the big Aussie. Live we had yesterday. Weps 89, my boy. Gave me 3 punt, 3 euros, yes, for the funds from the beautiful country of Ireland. Shane Bongus in the house as usual, being super generous with a 777. We've had some great chats here. Love me funds, the chats. Some very interesting stuff today about funding the Triple B to go and do some shows. That's quite interesting. I mean, I'd like to definitely. I have to get rid of my. I mean, I'm feeling quite outgoing now. I would like to meet the funds, and obviously, I'm generally planning South Korea and Ireland, but I would like to see some shows and things and do some commentary there more openly. It's a very interesting stuff there. Obviously, it depends very much on my temperament. I'm a bit, I'm either, sociable and confident, or I'm in the basement, hiding away, which is weird because I've lived a crazy life, and I've experienced a lot of things, but it's almost like I'm just so disgusted with normies and things, But yeah, thank you guys. Oh, boy, fuck you. Increase the peace in the Yakub lab. Yes, my brother. Yes. Maybe we Yakub could create a new race. 5.55k subs. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. And obviously, my fans are extremely loyal and generous. However, because that should be about 15, really. If I wasn't chatting about it. It's always going to be a niche channel, obviously, because it's boxing is quite a niche sport and it's red pill. But I think Pokey got about 15k. I think Tyan is about 25k. His old channel must have had about almost 100k. But that, he was in the papers. He was, but I think 15k would have been reasonable. And from my experience, if you do constant, a decent number of videos, each sub is equivalent of £1. Yeah. So if I carry on, I could probably make 5.5k this year, which is better than punching them out. For something I love, I still will be earning about £1.50, £2.50 an hour, but yeah, increase the piece on the Yakub. That's right. Great to see everyone, right? You get paid to study, yeah. Maybe I'll do that. You get paid? Oh, you actually get paid to study? No way. Oh, sorry. I thought you was making a joke. Serious? It doesn't surprise me. But they keep it away from the goy because they don't want us to know the real truth. Did you know the other thing? Oh, there's loads of weird NWO stuff with the Super Bowl. One of them was I said that in the ITV one, there's these 2 fruity black guys. And they're actually quite good in the sense that they actually quite funny, and they interact well, but they're quite clearly fruity. And they'll take one of them started crying about something, I don't even know what. Imagine that. And one of them loves Taylor Swift. I mean, it's so fruity. And then one of them starts going, he starts ranting. He's like, you know what? And I will swear. What do you say? I will swear on the Bible. I will swear on the Quran. I will swear on the Torah. You know, to make sure they include. You know, it was so bizarre. Paid to study that. Yeah, I bet. I bet the goy word Yakubian power because they displayed Yakubian power. YAKUBA power. YUKB power. They displayed Yakubian power. All right, guys. Good night. Thank you. It's been super. I'm gonna get my food on. I think I'm gonna do some chicken roti. Great to see you again. Thank you to Mohammed, Shane, Max B, Weps, 89 in the house for all the beautiful love. I hope I'll do. You know, well, I can do these every night, really, but I just think that'd be an overdose. So I think probably Wednesday might be Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see you on the live. I'll be pumping out some videos. Peace in the Middle East, guys. Respecting every aspect. Fight the power. F the Illuminati beast. F the police. All right. Good night.